Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. Focusing.
I'll consider it.
I'll think about it. I mean, I honestly try every day to focus.
I'll take that under consideration.
That's right. But then my brain goes, oh, God, not
Squirrel.
this again.
Look, shiny.
Who will be the candy? Although, that's not usually what it is. Usually it's, oh, God, not this shit again. But, it's such is life. Anyways, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm getting to spend time with you.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh, my God. Well, we haven't really recorded for a few weeks because I had a sinus infection. And I was like down for the count for like 10 days, which sucked. And then we had I did not. But
I had some medical things that had to be
You know,
seen
I
to.
wasn't even going to say it was you. I was just going to say we had a friend. Because, you know,
Yes,
I know you want to forget it.
My best friend had some medical issues that he had to deal with.
That's right. And you should be your own best friend. So that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you had that. So we weren't able to record for a few weeks. So in real time, we are now at Memorial Weekend, which is exciting because we usually only have one day off a week together. Or,
Yeah.
you know, but today, this week, we got 2.
I have a 3-day weekend this week.
I have a 4-day weekend.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
I know, right? Like, well, you know, I'm afraid of saying it too many times. Like, my phone's going to ring and be like, hey, can you come close the shop? So-and-so called out. And I'm going to be like,
I'm sick.
I'm sick of your shit. So in this time that we've had this break, I have been sending you watch recommends. And one of them I sent to you was one of them I kind of briefly saw you because I don't want them thinking we don't ever see each other when we're not recording, because we do.
Yeah.
But I was telling you about this movie I'd seen and I gave you a recommend. Did you check it out at all? Even just the trailer?
No.
I didn't think so. It's really hard because it's definitely a human emotion movie, but it's really funny in a lot of spots.
Now you make me want to sing Bjork.
Okay.
Human emotions. Oh, sorry. It's human behavior. That's what it is. Human behavior. Yeah.
Well,
That's a good song.
right. So
Squirrel.
I'd given you a recommendation of a movie and you didn't watch it, and that's okay. Because it really is kind of, it really is kind of like about human emotions.
Okay.
And humans' lack of intelligence at times. And then I also had told you about a TV show that was coming. And I'd said to you, oh, they've got this show coming out on Netflix. And I actually binge watched it on my birthday.
Ah.
And you said you watched the first episode, right?
I watched the first episode, yeah.
Right? So what'd you think?
This is kind of the case for most sort of sci-fi horror thriller type shows, in that it's kind of slow and not super interesting to start.
Oh, really?
So
I thought
I
it was
don't-
fascinating to begin with.
I don't know, so I haven't watched. I watched the first episode, and then I started watching the Man on Fire
TV show?
show. And so I haven't gone back to it yet. I probably will go back and watch more of it, because it's kind of like the first episode is usually not super indicative of how well you're going to like a show, right? Sometimes it is, but my experience is usually not so much. So I'll probably go back and watch some more of it, but yeah.
Right. Well, the one thing that this movie and this TV show have in common is one very specific actor.
Okay.
And And it's so funny because it's none other than the magnificent Alfred Molina. Yes, I said it right. Now, so I did some research on Alfred Molina because, first of all, his voice is just like, if you don't have Morgan Freeman talking, you might as well have Alfred Molina, because he's got that little bit deeper voice, he can be a little softer. You literally can hear his emotions in his speeches. Because in the movie that I recommended, that's one thing he talks about, how incredibly dull and stupid most humans are. So that's how it starts out. Right? And then it ends differently. But anyways, so Alfred Molina, who just yesterday, in real life time, just celebrated his 73rd birthday.
Oh, really? He's that old?
Right?
He's looking good for a 73-year-old.
Yes, he is. He's actually lost weight in the last couple of years too. And it's crazy. And it's not like he was at I don't know. I mean, he's always been kind of a chunky guy in the middle, but like he likes his wine or something. But so yeah, he was born May 24th, 1953 in London. And his mom was Italian, his dad was Spanish, and his real name is not Alfred, it's Alfredo. But he angelicized it at the urging of a manager that he had.
Anglicized it?
Anglicized it, thank you. Because I always say it wrong. So the very first, he's been in stage, he's been in, theater and movies and everything. But do you know what his very first film role was? Which I just went, oh my God, this is a Gen X geek out of all geeks out.
He was Waterboy.
No.
I don't know.
He played Satipo, Indiana Jones's guide, in Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1980. And I don't know if his name's supposed to be said Satipo or Satipo, because it's been literal decades since I've watched do 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 do.
Yeah. Now the main. Wait. No.
You're thinking of Short Round from the Temple of Doom.
I'm thinking Short Round, and then also the bearded dude. And I'm like, he's not the bearded dude.
No. He was the guide in Raiders of the Lost Ark. He was also in, and it's so funny because as I'm reading through this filmography of him, I'm just going, oh my God. Like I remembered him from Lorenzo's Oil in like 1993 with Susan Sarandon. And it was based on a true story of this family that were trying to find a cure for their son's incurable disease.
Oh, and they did grapeseed oil?
And they did, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And it extended the kid's life.
Yeah. Because
they expected him to die at like 8-9 years old, and they extended him. I believe the actual child himself, he lived till he was 20 or 21, like right in that range. But I remembered him from that. But what's interesting is in the last 30 days, I've seen 2 movies with him in it. And then, of course, this TV show. But yeah, he was in Boogie Nights. He was in the Da Vinci Code. He was in a movie I really liked, Hideaway. He was in Identity. He was the therapist in Identity. He was the therapist in Hideaway.
I've not seen either of those movies. I've also not seen the Da Vinci Code.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
And he was in Angels and Demons too. But okay, so I swear that you have seen Identity because it's got John Cusack in there. And John Cusack's a limo driver, and he's taken this celebrity lady from a show in Las Vegas to California, and he gets stranded and flooded in this hotel room where there's a serial killer being transported, and they get stuck in the same one.
No.
Oh my God.
I definitely would have remembered that.
You definitely should watch it. John Cusack, #1 is the best.
Yeah.
He's
John Cena. You can't see me. John Cusack is awesome. Yeah.
John Cusack is fantastic. Have you ever seen The Frozen Ground with John Cusack?
I've not seen that one. No.
Oh God. I don't want to get on to John Cusack. I'll do one with John Cusack, but I'm just going to button my lip about it.
We will do a John Cusack episode.
Hell fucking yeah. Oh God. Yeah, no. Oh my God. John Cusack's like delicious. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
So the coolest thing about Alfred Molina is he plays therapist, he plays scientist, he plays smart guy really good, and his comedic timing is unbelievable. So even though I remember him from Lorenzo's Oil, right? As a course, a scientist, or whatever. Anyways, the first time it clicked in my head who Alfred Molina was when he played Dr. Otto Octavius in Spider-Man 2. Doc
Okay, yeah,
Oct.
Doc Oct, yeah.
Okay, so.
And recently reprised that same role in one of the
he
the
did in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home.
And it was really cool to see the evolution of this character because he's just so smart. Alfred Molina, man, this dude is just so smart. And in the movie, in No Way Home, he's just like, well, of course this didn't happen in your reality. This is what happened. And this, but it's hypothesized that Doc Oct really wasn't bad. It was the octopus arms that were bad.
It was like poisoning or something. Yeah.
Yes. They were taking control of him. Like they were screaming at him. So he just like mentally shut down. And so it was a great story arc. It was just so, I love how they, that's kind of the one thing about the idea of the multiverse is it leaves everything open for a reinterpretation.
Yeah.
Except for basic fundamentals. I mean, you will say, I said to a coworker of mine, one of my co-managers the other day, I said, I have a friend who can't stand these reimaginings where Snow White isn't Snow White. And
I mean, her name is literally Snow White.
Snow White, yeah. And this person, and I swear it was like talking to you. And by the way, her level of intelligence, she can write like she's Chat GPT without doing it. It is psychotically weird that she's like the female version of you, Brainiac, to a degree, because she was just like, you know what I can't stand? And I was just like, oh God, and she goes, it's just lazy. Why don't you just, I don't know, make a new character? It's not that hard. If you want to really represent everybody, how about you make a new character instead of beating the same old material to death and pissing off the legion? She goes, listen, I ain't got nothing against the actress, but Ariel ain't black. And I went, whoa, like me personally, it didn't bother me, but I'm also not an ethnic person. Yeah. So I don't look at it as somebody's being lazy. I look at it a little differently. Like they want all little girls and boys to be able to envision themselves as they have the same potential to be like this. But, but it was literally word for word, exactly things you've said to me in the past.
Also, like most of those characters, it's not about their race. Like in the original story, it's not about their race.
Yeah, no.
And everybody's making it about it now.
Yeah.
Which is fucking annoying. Also, if we were to do the opposite and be like, okay, well, we're going to have fucking...
If we were to make Princess Tatiana white, oh God, we would have or Tiana. Is it Tiana or Tatiana? The frog and the princess.
I have no idea.
Anyways.
If we were to make Anansi a fucking Asian woman, people would lose their shit. Mm-hmm. If we were to make Shaka Zulu a fucking Indian man, people would lose their fucking shit. Yep. Because those are fucking black figures. So why then is it okay for you to make fucking Heimdall black? Because fuck you.
And I will say, what's really interesting for me? I can see that point of view because it is they're taking a play and a riff off of mythology and to a lot of the Norse people, actually their history, and they're changing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, but anyways.
Which is why the I don't remember the name of the church, but they fucking tried to sue over it because, well, they're like, you are fucking up our religion. And they're like, oh, no, we're not.
So that moment just now, and I want to explain this really clearly, that moment, that rage you feel about Heimdall being black, regardless of the fact that Idris Elba is a fantastic actor.
He's a fantastic actor. I love him.
He is wonderful. And he's a DJ and a rapper and all that. He's great.
He's awesome. Yeah.
But that feeling is how I feel about Oblivion. Now you know how I feel. You know the rage inside that I have had for almost 20 fucking years. It is palpable now to you. It's measurable to you now.
Any fucking way.
19 years I've had the hatred of that fucking... And for you, it's only been 13 years, so you got some catching up to do. Anyways, but Alfred Molina, let's get back to Alfred Molina, because I was just so impressed with him. And I'm always impressed with the stuff I see, because you don't think of him as a comedian. You know, but when you go back and review his certain movies, especially in like Spider-Man 2, his little one-liners, and then in Spider-Man No Way Home, and just how deadpan he is just like, well, obviously, Peter, it's gonna be different because I'm not from your reality. Just like all that great stuff. But what I thought was fantastic, and my sick brain, my antibiotic on medication. I was on double antibiotics. My God. So on my sick brain, I thought I was going to die. I just resolved I was going to die. That was fine. Whatever. And then I was like, oh shit, I have a birthday coming up. I can't quite die yet. Anyways. So the movie that I recently saw with him, besides Spider-Man No Way Home, is called Remarkably Bright Creatures. And it is a movie that's done. It stars Alfred Molina. It's got Sally Field as Tova, and it's got Lewis Pullman as Cameron. Okay. So Marcel is the voice that Alfred Molina does for none other than a giant Pacific octopus.
Okay.
And I literally had this moment where I just went, it's not that his career has come full circle, but somebody is definitely playing that card right for nostalgia.
Okay.
Because he was Doc Oct.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I mean, you're like a dumb nerd right now.
You started talking about a talking octopus, and my brain was going to Resident Alien.
Yeah, no, I know. And season 4 of that comes out here in the next 2 weeks, I think, on Netflix.
Yeah.
So I just...
Season.
Huh?
The final season.
Yeah. I just thought that was fantastic, because I was just like, there is a part of like Spider-Man 2 where he's just like, he talks about how stupid most humans are. Mm-hmm. Remarkably Bright Creatures starts out talking about how dull humans are and how they're lacking in intelligence that they should have. And he, being as smart as he is going to have to. He's very observant, and it's a really cool lead in. And you get to the end of the movie, and everything happens that happens. You get to the end of the movie, and he talks about, but every once in a while, they're remarkably bright creatures. So I thought it was super fantastic. And I don't think the director and the casting agents, I don't think they realized they actually pulled in Doc Oct into that. Because Spider-Man 2, he's talking about how stupid most of humanity is. You're all stupid. Spider-Man No Way Home, he talks about everybody has the ability for redemption. Everybody has the ability to make better choices. And every once in a while, you're going to see the spark of genius that most people might not recognize, but it's still there. So I was just like, oh, this is a brilliant tie-in. But it's also how my brain works. Because, of course, I was just like, oh, Alfred Molina, Wikipedia, just like I do with everything.
Yeah.
So it is such a good movie. Remarkably Bright Creatures. It's on Netflix. It's amazing because there's so much humor into it. And just hearing Alfred Molina talk about, I get so bored being stuck in this cage. And what's really great is how you feel about Heimdall being black, cast black, even though Idris is wonderful. Like, I didn't think anything about it because I'm not a racist like that, just saying. And how I feel about Fuck You Oblivion and Morrowind, go to hell.
You should play Elder Scrolls Online.
I really should not. Not unless you want to hear a whole lot more cuss words than I already do now.
Anyway.
There'll be a police standoff with me going, screaming and yelling, and I'm thinking I'm having a hostage in here. Anyways.
I saved him.
You piece of shit, I did save him. Anyway.
And then somebody stabbed him right after you saved him.
But it doesn't do that. It blurs out and it shows him dying. So anyways, don't get me going on Oblivion right now. So anyways,
Fuck you.
I'm thinking that so much right now. Like, you just suck so many balls.
You dirty
Just line up, everybody. He's in the sucking ball mood today. No, when he's going through this story, he's not excited. He's not angry. He's just very matter of fact. And he talks about the only time there's any emotion in his voice is when he's talking about wolf eels, about how disgusting they are.
Okay.
And how much he hates them.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because Sally Field, who plays Tova, the nighttime cleaning lady at this aquarium where he's being held, and they explain why he's being held there and all of that.
Because he's a dirty prisoner.
Nope. Well, I mean, kind of. But anyways, even Sally Field walks up and looks at this tank of wolf eels and is like, ugh. And it's just so funny. And he's just like, on this we can agree. She dislikes him almost as much as I do. And they're hideous things. They're so ugly. And they really are ugly and they're creepy and everything. But the story revolves around Marcel, who is this Pacific giant squid or giant octopus, who he goes into captivity, not as a, haha, we've got you, because he got caught and he was there for a rehab. And all he wants to do is go back to his home and die peacefully, because apparently squids are very aware when they're about to die. Okay. They're very aware and they want to go to their hidey hole. So it can be months before you, like, they reference the point of not knowing one of the other squids or one of the other octopuses had died until for a while. Anyways, so it's about his journey to get back to his home, and it's also about Tova's healing journey and the journey of this guy named Cameron, who comes into her life looking for his real biological father, because his mother's died and everything, and it's a really good story. And there's a lot of little key points in it where, like, you see these realizations, and sometimes they're very quiet realizations. Like in Tova's house, she's a widowed. Her husband's passed away. One of her sons has died. One of her sons is alive. And her son, he lives up in Bellingham, and he wants her to come live in this retirement community by me, ma, kind of thing. And she wasn't going to do it, and then she decided to do it or whatever. And then she decided not to. But anyways, so she's going around her old house that she was taking care of herself, and like little things were happening. And Cameron had noticed it, and Cameron had come in and fixed things for her. And she's just like yelling at him because he's in her home. She feels uninvited. And then it's like, oh, this rails isn't loose. Oh, this is much safer, because she'd fallen down the stairs earlier. And, oh, these boards don't squeak. All these little things that people do for us that we take for, we're not conscious about it. Okay. It's just like shit that happens, right? Yeah. And there's this great little inner storyline there of a guy who's like, literally, you and I can see it. We're like, girl, he's hitting on you. Like, you're widowed, he's single, he's hitting on you, he's trying to get you to go on a date. And she's just oblivious to it all. And then the realization hits her like, oh, and she's got like a group of friends she calls the nitwits and everything. And it's just so great because Alfred Molina, he's narrating this whole thing. Okay. And it's just like, oh, if only they made it harder, like kind of thing. And it's super great. High recommend. One of the reasons I give a high recommend to you is because I think you'll find the humor in it. But the cool thing about it is it's based off of a book that was written by Shelby Van Pelt, and you'll never believe where she lives.
Sequim, Washington.
Tacoma, Washington.
Ah, okay.
Which Tacoma, Washington has a lot of celebrity peoples like Blair Underwood, Kimberly
Hubbard.
Kane, huh?
Not L. Ron Hubbard. Sorry.
Not L. Ron.
Fucking Herbert, Frank Herbert, the dude who wrote Dune. He was from Tacoma.
Yeah, we have lots of people that's from Washington State, and King and Pierce County, but it's just kind of interesting that more popular artists are kind of from like the Tacoma, Spanaway Graham, like the mid Pierce County.
A current very popular author from Gig Harbor is Matt Dinneman.
Oh.
He writes the Dungeon Crawler Carl series.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And,
Hey, we just talked about him a couple episodes ago.
yeah, and the main character is from Seattle.
Yeah. So, well, I thought that was really cool that it was a Washingtonian, that not only a Washingtonian, but somebody from, a town like Tacoma, T-Town, but a Pierce County person. And I was like, oh, that's neat, because, like when you tell people, oh, there's lots of celebrities who are from this area, they simply don't believe you. And it's like, Joe Coy is from Pierce County. He's from this area. You've got Blair Underwood. He's from Tacoma, Washington.
Sir
Kimberly
Mix-a-Lot.
Clain. Sir Mix-a-Lot, he's King County.
Oh, okay.
But he has friends down in Pierce County. And when I was going to high school, he definitely picked up some of the artists from my high school. But, back in the day, you just see this cute, chubby black kid. Because he's only like 10 or 12 years older than me. He was still, he's always got those chubby cheeks. He went on like this big tour in Japan and everything. It's so crazy how other areas are so delayed in getting into our music. It's super crazy. It really is. But anyways, and then my favorite thing, which is really this great tie-in.
Okay.
So Alfred Molina, it really surprised me because I did not at first recognize him when I saw the commercial for it or the trailer for it. But he is the main star in The Boroughs.
Yep.
Which has Gina Davis in it. Alfred, and everybody knows Gina Davis, she's from Fly, Earth Girls Are Easy, all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah. Earth Girls Are Easy. Sorry. Spoiler alert. Clark Peters, who was on The Wire, Alfred Woodard. And of course, a lot of people don't know him, but his name's Dennis O'Hare. If you watched This Is Us, he was the partner to Randall's biological father. It was one of his partners. But Dennis O'Hare also did a lot of work for Ryan Murphy in the big horror anthology, American Horror Story. He's played several different characters in that.
Yeah, the dude who was the president in Independence Day.
Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
And who's his kid?
I don't know.
Louis Pullman.
Okay.
Who just did a movie with Alfred Molina.
Okay.
In Remarkably Bright Creatures.
Okay.
Louis Pullman is Cameron in that.
Okay.
Here's one of the things why I think you might really like Remarkably Bright Creatures, especially this character Cameron, who's played by Louis Pullman. He's very much like Bob/Void from the Avengers, or the new Avengers, Thunderbolts.
I've not seen that.
Oh, have you read enough of the comics to know who Void is?
No. The Void character that I think of immediately is not a Marvel character. It's like a Wildcats character, so Image.
I think he's like Void, the Sentry.
Oh, he's Sentry. Okay, so
Like,
Void is his dark side.
Yes. So that very much reminds me of Cameron when he has his happy moments where he's just like very insecure but happy. Reminds me of Bob, who that's of course the Sentry's real name in Thunderbolts. And then his dark side reminds me of Void because it's just so heartbreaking to see it. But that's a little pulled together that I thought was really cool. I'm like, that's pretty awesome. So he works with the son and the father. But The Boroughs, it's on Netflix. It's an 8-part series. They left it open they definitely left it open-ended for more. And I hope they do more. I have this, you guys, you can pay me. It's great. What they could do is they could take Gina Davis, Alfred Woodard, Dennis O'Hare, if his character hasn't passed away at this point, and Sam Cooper, who is, who Alfred Molina plays. And they could go to all these different retirement communities and figure this out. It's really cool. Anyways. One of the surprise people that I didn't know was going to be in there was Jane Kasmerick, who is Malcolm's mom on Malcolm in the Middle. And Malcolm, Life's Still Unfair.
Yeah.
And so
Life is unfair.
Life is unfair. But it's great because Jane Kasmerik's in there. And, Jenna Malone's in there. And Jenna Malone played the chick from District 7 in The Mockingjay, who gets undressed. Have you seen it?
I've only seen the first of the...
So you haven't seen Catching Fire or The Mockingjay 1 or 2?
No, I've only seen the very first. The bird things.
Okay, well, here's... Oh my God. Well, it's over a decade old, so it's not my fault.
No
Spoiler
spoilers.
alert. Yeah. In Hunger Games, is it Catching Fire? I think it's The Mockingjay. Maybe it's Catching Fire. Anyways, it's the next year, so it's Catching Fire, and they decide to take 2 victors from each territory, if they are surviving victors, and put them in. So they're going to put everybody who's a victor from their territory, District 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through 12, they're going to go in the punch bowl. So in District 7 is Jenna Malone. And her district is known for lumber.
They're known for wood.
They are known for wood. So District 7 is supposed to be the Pacific Northwest.
Ah, okay.
So anyways, so Jenna Malone plays Alfred Molina's daughter in this. And Alfred Molina is a widower. You've seen this, right? And these guys haven't seen this.
No.
But he's a widower. His wife has died unexpectedly a couple months prior. And he's forced to go live in this retirement community called the Boroughs. Not Boroughs, the Boroughs. Not B-U-R-R, B-O-R-O-U-S. Yes. T-H-S. Right? There's a slight influx difference. Anyways, because his wife was just, we have to go there. I need to be there. We need to retire there. And I mean, you find out why through the course of the series.
Okay.
But he's stuck in this no refund policy. And you knew it was going to be bad. You knew it was going to be bad pretty early on.
Yeah.
And fantastic. But I think it's great because you've got all these like 90s and early, like late 80s, 90s, 2000 stars. You've got them all together. Alfre Woodard is hilarious.
Yeah, who's the dude so the husband of the woman's whose house the main character is in?
Ed Begley Jr.
Yeah, that dude, I'm like, oh.
He looks so familiar, right?
Yeah.
It's Ed Begley Jr. And what's really interesting about Ed Begley Jr. is the fact that he still is acting, not as much as he would, but he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And he still manages. And it's so crazy when you look at like Michael J. Fox, who has been living with Parkinson's for like, I think 35 years now.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because I think he was diagnosed in like 89 or 90.
Yeah.
So you can see how far gone he is when he's not on his meds. And his meds have had to change many, many times over the year. Ed Begley Jr., you notice it, but not as much because of the character he's playing, who's supposed to have Alzheimer's or dementia.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've just got to finish the series because it's funny.
The owls are in the walls.
The owls are in the walls. Like, yeah, trust me, when you figure that one out, it's like, oh, right? It's just like, I wish I could say more, but I don't want to spoil it for you because I want everybody to go blow this thing up because I hope they'd make a season 2 where either new people try to move into the boroughs or, maybe they go around to other communities or...
We're making this thing international, baby. 7 up yours.
I think with the way they left off, they're waiting to see what the numbers are going to be.
Yeah.
I personally, I binged watched it on my birthday. It came out on my birthday.
And the Duffer Brothers are
the producers.
Producing, yeah.
Which is great. They didn't create it.
Yeah, they didn't write or direct it.
Yeah. The writer and director, let's see. I wrote it down because I didn't want to. So The Boroughs was written and created by Jeffrey Addis and Will Matthews, and it was produced by the Duffer Brothers, who definitely did give a little bit of creative insight into it. But it's so good. I had to take a break in the middle. I started watching it at like 6:45 in the morning. I took a break. I went out with Mommy. Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Mommy.
And her and I just kind of had a ladies' lunch together. And then we went to the bookstore next door to the Japanese restaurant so she could get a new book. And I looked so hard for Jim Butcher. They had one Jim Butcher book in the whole entire friggin' store.
Yeah, I mean, his stuff just flies off the shelf there.
I really was hoping I could find a copy of, is it Battleground, the newest one? No, 12 Months.
12 Months.
I was hoping to get 12 Months or Battleground. But what's interesting about it is I think Mommy has been secretly listening to some of the podcast.
Okay.
Because she said, what's that book series you've been talking about? And I said, well, my. That's Jim Butcher's The Dresden Files.
The Spire series?
No. Shut up. Ugh.
The Land series?
No, I'm
Monster
not.
Hunter National series?
No, I haven't. I didn't even think about looking for Larry Correa.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it because my mind was just on Butcher because I'm trying to be nice. I'm a very fair person because I told her, I was like, I really want to rent it from the library again. But I know that there was a big waiting list. You know, when I got my copy, there was still 19 other people waiting for the copy. So I'm like, yeah. So I might do an Audible on it.
Yeah.
Because I still don't, anyways. But so yeah, Mommy is just like, I might have to read that. And I'm like, well, if you're going to read it, you have to start at the beginning. You can't just start anywhere with the series.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless you listened to our 12 months episode. Then if you listen to our 12 months episode, you can start anywhere in the series you want.
Yeah, because spoilers.
Many, because Butcher's awesome.
I will say the series gets really good starting at the third book,
And I felt it was really good from their very first one. I loved the sarcasm and everything else.
Yeah.
But anyways, we can talk more Butcher another time. I'm trying to do this thing where I stay focused a little better instead of squirreling and everything. But anyways, The Boroughs, Netflix, people need to check it out.
Yeah.
It's really good. And I know there's people are going to be like going, oh my God, it's a bunch of old people. Look, there's going to come a day if you're lucky. And I say it this way. If you're lucky enough and you're blessed enough, there's going to come a day where you're going to be that old person.
I was actually thinking about that while watching the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a bunch of old people. And I'm like, I'm not actually that much younger than these people. I feel much younger than they are, considering the average age of the actors in it is 74. The youngest actor is 70. The oldest one's like 78 or 79. So it's like 74, 75 is the average age between them. Yeah, I'm still young enough to be their kid, but
exactly.
Which is kind of funny because the daughter of the main character looks like she might be in her 30s. So it's like,
yeah, Jenna Malone's like mid 40s, almost 50.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and I think the interesting thing is that they're trying to show all these people basically as an average age of like 65-ish.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. And Jenna Malone, I actually, if you look at her pictures over the years, the last 5 years, she's aged a lot. COVID aged so many people up. I don't know why. I think the vaccine.
Stress.
It could be stress, but I think it's more because of the vaccine. Because I haven't aged that much in the last 5 years, and I don't have the vaccine. But I know several people who've taken the vaccine, and it's, Anyways, yeah, I did think about that as well. They're like, oh, this is a bunch of old people. And then I literally, in the first 5 minutes, went, if I'm lucky, I'll be one of those old people one day.
Yeah.
And that's a perspective I think you have to, instead of sitting there going, oh my God, it's all these old people, or ew, it's all these young people. You have to remember, you were a young person who was fucking stupid at one point, and if you're lucky, you get to be an old person. So,
Old and cranky. Get up my lawn.
Fucking Bill Pullman you didn't answer the door, so I just come on in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to live or build a community that I can trust like that. But also, if the wrong person come walking in like that, and I'm good.
I like when he fucking goes and helps his neighbor with her car.
Right? Oh, God.
Just because he's annoyed with it. And then he walks off and she's like, thank you. And he just keeps walking off, and then she goes and gives him the riot act for not saying you're welcome.
Yeah, most people would say you're welcome before just walking off and da-da-da-da. Yeah.
He's like, I want to go back to sleep. It's like, if you would have just said you're welcome, then everybody would have went on their way and you'd be done, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That's okay. Gina Davis does, I can't tell if she's got a jaw issue or if it's just her
face.
I can't tell. It's really weird. I remember her being much more facially animated when she was younger in movies, but the last few years I've noticed her jaws kind of locked together, like she's holding her teeth really close.
Like she's clenching her jaw while speaking.
Yeah, so I can't tell if that's what's going on, or I mean,
was she in Thelma and Louise?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I recognize her from mainly.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the one who gets plowed by Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Anyways, it's so fantastic because literally in the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh, you take that perspective. If you can take the perspective and go, if I'm lucky enough, I get to be old one day.
Yeah.
And then
get uploaded.
And get, yes, let's pray for upload because I want to be the bionic woman.
And go, any fucking way.
Hold on. Let me turn on my sound effects.
Did you ever watch Archer?
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay. I was going to say, then you could be like fucking, what was that fucking Russian assassin's name? I don't remember.
Anyways, I was gonna say Sasha, but that was wrong.
That might be correct, but I don't know. I don't remember.
I was referring to.
Yeah, you're referring to the Dresden Files. Yeah.
Yes, I was. But they didn't know that, I guess. But anyways, I highly encourage anybody to watch it because if I'm lucky enough to be an old person one day, I hope I get into a little bit of mischief just like they do. And I hope that I'm able to see life for what it is at that point in my life. Like not be like so angry about things from the past, not be like angry about what the future might bring, just be happy and present in the moment, which is something I've definitely been working on. It was so funny.
Be more Bill Pullman and less the fucking
yeah,
character.
Honestly, because like yesterday I was having a conversation with my partner and it was so funny because he said, well, I think you talk to your brother more than me. And I was just like, no. Oh, yes. I'm like, first of all, we work these opposite schedules, so I don't see them as much. And second of all, I was just like, in 2016, 2017, 2018, yeah, maybe. But that was us then. That's not us now. I thought he was going to knock me over trying to come and kiss me because he loved hearing me say that. that was us 10 years ago. That's not us now.
Yeah.
Because there is a huge difference and there's a huge evolution in everybody's life. And and that was just something that watching the Boroughs reminded me of, is that you're sitting here watching this guy be angry at first and then the evolution of the show. And it's just like, you do have to find that perspective where you can sit there, analyze, think, and grow.
Yeah.
So good. The magnificent Molina has my heart again. I mean, it's just like, he's so good. He's so good. But yeah, that's just so great when she gets on him about the car.
Yeah.
He's laying there. I'll tell you what, I was not sure which direction the show was going to go because you said you saw where Ed Bagley in the beginning where he was talking to his wife on the phone. The owls are on the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you saw what happened to his wife. So I thought, man, I know that this is like, look, I'm not over what happened with Stranger Things. I'm very, very, very angry about it still. Just saying. So I didn't want it to be give me the same feeling that Stranger Things did, where I was just like super excited and wanting more, and then I was let fucking down. It's got a beginning, it has a middle, it has an end. Great story arcs all around for all the characters that are involved.
Yeah.
So I feel satisfied with it if this is all we get is one season. But like Stranger Things, I was not satisfied with one season because there was so much left to explain.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't want it to be the same, like, oh, it's just the Duffer Brothers formula again.
It actually makes me think of Repairman Jack and how I would love for them to do a series of Repairman Jack. Although, so there's some supernatural stuff going on in Repairman Jack.
Okay.
But the overwhelming majority isn't, especially earlier in the books. I guess I haven't listened to any of the prequel books because there's Young Repairman Jack series also.
Okay.
But it's almost like it's almost as if Dexter were in Stranger Things. It's kind of like that. Because the main character he's not really like Dexter, but kind of.
Like darkly dreaming Dexter.
Yes.
Okay.
He's somebody who probably should have turned out to be a serial killer, but events happened that kind of prevented him from going in that path and kind of directed his anger at dealing with bad guys. And so most of the time he's dealing with just dickheads and gangbangers and stuff like that. But there's also a supernatural element in there. And in the first book, it's very little, but as time goes on, it gets more and more. So I would love to see that series become a TV series.
Right.
I don't know, because a lot of the books, like I said in the first book, it's kind of at the end you find out, oh, there is a supernatural thing going on here. And for the most part, he's just dealing with regular people, but there's a thing going on, and he has to deal with it.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, I'm going to fucking live. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I don't know.
It's interesting. There's lots of books over the years that, for one, we would love to see made into like movies or TV shows, and then sometimes they do it and you go, oh, maybe you shouldn't ever do that again. And then there's other time. It's like King or Kuntz, okay? So we've talked about King or Kuntz, and which, for me, at the end of it all, I am 1,000% gonna, if I'm gonna pick up a book and it has to be one of those two, I'm gonna do Dean Kuntz. Because I fall in love every time I read one of his books. I fall in love with that positive aspect of we can do our best to figure things out. And we will either be heroes to ourselves or we won't, but at least we went down with a fighting, with a fighting chance. Whereas King's he'll just fuck with you.
Yeah.
And he makes no apologies about it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of along the lines of my dislike of cosmic horror in the sense that, I like a lot of like Lovecraftian stuff, but I dislike the fact that it's a situation where you're just fucked. If you survive, good luck, and you're still fucked.
Yeah.
You survived this week, but next week I'm fucking coming back for you kind of situation.
Yeah.
And I don't really like that. It's the reason why I like Conan way better than the Lovecraft stuff, because in the Conan is like, fuck you, I'm fucking you up.
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah.
But it's always a situation where even if it's really fucked, he still is capable of doing something about the situation. Whereas in the Lovecraft, fucking Cthulhu shows up, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
There is no, I'm going to pick up my sword and fight you, this thing.
Yeah.
Even if you kill its body, it's going to come back later.
Yeah, and I think that right there is the key component of the books I love and go back to a lot is, at the end of the day, you're talking about hope. And like a lot of people are going to go, no, yes, it is something as humans we crave. We crave the idea that there is hope for something better, hope that we can do better. And sometimes we actually attain it and we achieve that. And it's why we fall in love with superheroes and badasses like Rambo and Commando and Predator Badlands. Fantastic movie.
Not seen it yet.
What is wrong with you? You are so behind.
I think, so I haven't seen the latest Aliens movie.
You know what? I had to turn off Alien Romulus because the girl was so whiny in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, not today. I haven't.
I'll come back to you later.
I'll come back to you later because I have to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Covenant was great, but yeah, hope. And that's one of the things I really like about what I liked about both these works by Alfred Molina is that both the characters in them represent the ideology of finding hope. Marcel in Remarkably Bright Creatures, he had the hope of going home for the last days of his life because that's what it was supposed to be. He had served his purpose. He had done his life. He had lived extraordinarily. And to be, in this position where he thought he was going to be, robbed of his rightful death. All he wanted to do, he'd lived his life. It was coming to an end. He had the right, and it's so amazing because he had the right to die the way he had lived at his home, enjoying his surroundings.
Go find your dragon.
There you go, right? And then, of course, you've got Molina playing Sam Cooper in the Boroughs, and that you haven't seen it, but I'm telling you, you will laugh a lot. You will laugh a lot. There's lots of good things. Me, of course, I'm a more emotional creature than you. So there was a couple of parts where I did cry, but not like, oh my God. I just like have a little tear and I was like, oh, that was so sweet. Aww. And
I cry for him because he cannot cry.
The only disclaimer I'm going to give you about the Boroughs is it is a tale that's being told about, at the end of it all, one thing we need to remember as humans is we can't go back to our youth. It is in the past for a reason. And that's all I can say about it. That's all I can say about it. But anyways, The Magnificent Molina, I hope more people check him out. I just think it's so great that a height of his popularity as far as film goes was when he was Doc Oct. Now he's got a resurgence kind of going on. And I don't mean like he hasn't been working. He has been working.
Yeah.
He's been working this whole time. He took some time off because his first wife, she had Alzheimer's, she died. And, but he did a lot of voice acting at that time. He did voice acting in Frozen 2 and all these other movies and stuff. Because he's just got a great voice. But kind of an uptick, and now he's coming back to movies. And I think it's probably the perfect time. His first wife passed away in 2019. He married his second wife in like 2021, I think. She was much younger than him too. So it's kind of like him coming back. He's stepping out from behind the box, and he's bringing these characters to life again. And I just think it's so great. He has this resurgent with an octopus. I just think it's so wonderful.
Nice.
Especially for me, the nerdy side of me, it's just like, I'm one of those nerdy Gen Xers that put that pop culture parts together. And I'm just like, that's a nice shout out. That's a nice nod. This is fantastic.
Nice.
I am sitting here going, how did you not finish watching the Boroughs yet? Are you crazy? But that's what happens. You get something that kind of sits on that precipice of, am I gonna?
Yeah.
Or am I not? And you kind of need to mull it over a little bit.
Yeah. Now I'm super into the Man on Fire, so I'll probably finish that before I do anything else.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 8 episodes. I mean, it's only, 8 hours of your life.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's 8 hours. I think it's like 6.5 hours total from beginning to end. But it's got a great, both Remarkably Bright Creatures and the Boroughs have fantastic casts. And one of my favorite things about Remarkably Bright Creatures before we go is Sally Field and her nitwits. Sally Field plays Tova, the cleaning lady, and she just, her sheer determination to keep doing things at her age. Because in real life, Sally Fields is 79. And she is really fucking spry for a 79-year-old. I mean, really spry. And I say that because, my mommy's, mommy is getting up there. I mean, she's a young, but anyways, Magnificent Molina. I hope people check him out. I hope you check him out.
Okay.
Yeah. So good. I literally want to sit here and be like, and what'd you think about this part? Ooh, wait, what'd you think about that part? And didn't you find this part? Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day.
Later.
Bye. Okay, everybody, that's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.